Welcome to this session. In this session, this is the part 6 of the series where we are learning about the basic data management in R. In today's session, we are going to learn how to input date and how to convert it into various formats. So basically, to put it in simpler terms, today we are learning how to handle dates in R software. I'm your instructor Rajesh Durwala. I am an assistant professor in business analytics and research methodology. Moving ahead, the date values are typically entered into R as a character string and then translated into date variable and are stored numerically. That is to say, if I have to enter date into R, it will be considered or it will be input as a character. That is to say, it will be put in double quotes. But then it's translated into a date variable and finally it's stored as a numerical vector or numerical variable. The function as.date in brackets, as.date and brackets is used to make this translation. The syntax is as.date in bracket x comma input underscore format. You need to have a double quotes again, where x is a character data and input format gives the appropriate format for reading the date. Now, the various date formats that are used in R, these are the symbols, the meaning of it, and the example is given. Percentage D means the day as a number between 0 to 31. Percentage A is an abbreviated weekday, like Monday is MON, and the percentage A in caps is unabbreviated weekday, that is like Monday. So you can pause the video, make a note of all these formats. This is going to be quite useful. Then what is the default date format? The default date format, usually let us say my dates equals to as.date in bracket C. This is one date and this is another date. Converts the character date data into dates using the default format. And then in contrast, if I just give a name like string dates equals to C and two particular dates, and then if I put dates equals to as.date, this is the name of the vector, comma, this is the format that we have learned in the previous slide. Like for example, percentage M. If I go to the percentage M or percentage D and percentage caps Y, that is complete year like 2007 or 1975. So reads the date using the month, day and year format. Now the example that we have been doing right from the first lecture of the series, that is the data frame that we have created on leadership. We'll be using the same example. In the leadership data set, the date is coded as a character variable in month, day and year format. Therefore, my format equals to month, day and year format. And leadership date, the data frame, and this is the variable $date equals to as.date. This is the data, comma, my format. This is my format. Now this will use a specific format to read the character variable and replace it in the data frame as a date variable. Now once I run this command, the character vector will get converted into a date variable. Once the variable is in the date format, you can analyze and plot the dates using the wide range of analytic techniques, and we are going to learn all those techniques in the coming lectures. Now, formatting dates also is possible in R. Now, I can use format x, comma, format equals to output format. Now, this function to output dates in a specified format to extract portions of dates. For example, like let us say today. If I want to extract today is name that I've given equals to This is a command sys s in caps dot date quote this brackets, then I have format today comma and in what format I want. This is the output format. Okay, format equals to my output format. So I get this output October 10th October, that is 19/10/17/2017. Okay, likewise format today and format equals to just I want the day. Okay, then what happens? I get only the day, that's Thursday. Now the format and brackets, this function takes an argument, a date in this case. Okay, just put a date and applies an output format, in this case assembled from the symbols in the table discussed earlier. Now let us say two functions are especially useful for timestamping data. Okay, now sys.date s in caps, that is system date, returns today's date, and date returns the current date and time. Like if I say system date, then I get today's date, and if I say date, then I get the date and time both. Okay, that is Thursday 19th October, this is the time, and 2017. Okay, so two commands for timestamping, that is system date and date. And you have to remember why January 1 1970 is important. First, January 1970 is important because when R stores data internally, they are represented as the number of days since January 1st 1970. Okay, and with negative values for earlier dates, that means you can perform arithmetic operations on them. So the threshold is 1st January 1970. Any day beyond or before that will be considered a negative date, and any date after 1970, 1st January 1970 is a positive date. For example, let us say I give a name called start date as dot date, and let us say today's date, and end dot date as dot date, this is when I was born. Okay, so let us do some arithmetic calculation. Days equals to end date minus start date equals to days, and when I run days I get to see that is minus 13,755 days. That is to say I have lived these many days. I have lived 13,755 days. Wow, I never knew that, right? Then calculating time interval, you can also use the function diff time, that is difference time brackets, to calculate a time interval and express it as seconds, minutes, hours, days, or weeks. Fine. As I told you, I was born on 21st February 1980, and so how old am I? Let us say today, that is system date, and my date of birth as dot date, and this is my date. Okay, and difference time, diff time, today comma date of birth, and I want it in the units of weeks. Then time difference is 1965 weeks. So apparently I am 1965 weeks old. Who knew? Not even me. So converting dates into character variables. So this is quite simple. Let us say this is some name, string date equals to as dot character, and put the date. It gets converted into a character format. Okay, quite simple. And going further, these are certain things that are quite useful, quite helpful. Okay, you need to go to help as dot date format to get the online help onto dates. Likewise, you can also find help for strf time. Okay, that also will give you a lot of inputs about the date formats and formatting dates. Likewise, you can also go and seek help ISO date time formatting, and there's another package called lubridate package and time date package. These two packages are quite powerful in handling dates in R. Okay, so these are the three help sources in R to know more about dates, and likewise these are two packages which has got advanced capabilities of handling dates and times. So we may be using some of these packages in the forthcoming lectures. For today, that's it for now. You can get in touch with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. You can write to me directly at rajeshdurbala@gmail.com. I would love if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you for today. Have a nice day.